throughout social media. We will get you out here well before the top of the hour. Give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games, and that's what we do here on the drive-thru Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. It's our live free sports fix, but the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And to deliver those winners at professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place, let's take a peek at who's on the show with us for today. Chris Ruffolo with a Tuesday appearance. David Racey as well, a Tuesday appearance. Zawacky. In sunny Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Tony Brown. And it's Wayne Scott. Here's how we'll line up for this evening. Ruffolo, Racey, Brown, Briggs, a late scratch. Scott, Zawacky, and then I will close this one out. All right. On the board here, we got a final already. Phillies with the shutout victory against the Mets, but still 14 games in action. We got game one of the doubleheader. 3-3 Nationals and the White Sox. White Sox threatening here bottom of the fifth. Looking to push another one across here against Trevor Williams in game one of their doubleheader. A couple on the ice, a couple from the NBA. So let's get the show underway. Let's welcome in Chris Ruffolo. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Of course, Chris, part of that morning show as well. We'll bring him in right now with coverage here from Major League Baseball. I think we'll be set to go here just a second. Chris, what's happening?
Not much, Tony. It's had to make a Tuesday appearance. I won't be here tomorrow, but people will see me, I think, again later this week, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, they will do. It looks like it'll be a fill-in for me on Friday here on the drive-thru host. It was a co-host way back in the day. It seems almost like 10 years ago.
Tony groomed me into the on-air personality that I am today. I would not be where I am without Tony.
You should have seen the shock in his face, because I just did this without Mitch knowing. I said, okay, I'm going on vacation. Chris, you're going to host the drive-thru. And the expression Chris gave me was like one of extreme fear. I said, dude.
Because I know how much you do for the drive-thru, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to live up to that. I'm like, I'm hoping for the best, but expecting the worst.
This was back in the day when Mitch did everything. And I said, Mitch, you got to start handing off some of the things off, and let's start here. And it worked, and it's worked well, hasn't it? I would say it worked pretty good.
So far, so good.
So far, so good. We got guys who can host their own shows here. So here we go. Royals, Mariners, head-to-head here tonight. Mariners, $1.59, total of 7.
Yeah, and I'm going back to the well with the Mariners here. Normally, I think this is a Royals team that we're going to be able to find some value with over the course of the season. You know, we're starting to get up there. Maybe you have to start looking at the -1.5, but you know, for me, this is just all about, Logan Gilbert. He's pitched season, and nobody's going to have a completely sparkling, flawless 8-run last start. And, it was a rough outing against a Twins team that's been red hot. Michael Walk, on the other hand, starting for the Royals here, he was brought in to sort of be hand that maybe the Royals rotation needed, with young pitchers like Cole Reds. You even got guys like Seth Lugo and Brady Singer. But he hasn't been that. He hasn't been the guy that's racked up win totals in each of the last 2 years. An ERA up over 5 this season. His struggles have come at home for the most part as of late, but he's still had issues on the road. Back on April 28th, 4 runs on 9 hits over 5 2/3, a pair of home runs against Detroit, 5 runs in 6 innings against the Mets back on April 12th. So this is a Mariners team that still is playing some decent baseball right now, and I think that Gilbert's just the better option here. I gotta go with the Mariners here. Maybe we're gonna have to start sprinkling towards the run line here.
Looking toward the run line now as the line is getting bigger here. Mariners in this spot. Actually, run line you get plus 149 if you lay the 1.5 here against Waka. Of course, with the Mariners, it's the same old story it's been for the last 3 to 5 years. Is you got to sweat the runs, right? You got to make sure they can push runs across. I know we were talking about that game on Saturday. I was on an island with Oakland. I said, yeah, it doesn't make sense on paper with the starting pitcher, although I do like Estes. Sometimes that second time around, when they call that guy up the second time, it works. We saw that with Grayson Rodriguez. We saw it with Tristan McKenzie. There's a number of pitchers when they get that second call up where they show something. But with this Mariners team, it gets to a point where it's just if the line gets this high, you got to wonder here about can they get you worry about the runs.
Especially if you're losing the bottom as well. So, I see where you're coming from with that, Tony. Logan Gilbert, I think it's just another one of those, sort of bright young arms that the Mariners have. We always talk about how the Miami Marlins have been a factory for starting pitching the last couple of years, like Alcantara, Edward Cabrera, Yuri Perez. But I think the Mariners are starting to become that as well with guys like George Kirby, Logan Gilbert. They've got Brian Wu that just came back as well. So the Mariners have a bright future ahead in that rotation. I think it's just about harnessing that and bringing forward consistent offense as well.
You know, the one way they can get consistent offense is hire who was Freddie Garcia. Who was that sweaty? Who was that? Their big pitcher, Freddie. Was it Freddie Garcia? That their top, one of their aces, a big guy, real intimidating looking figure. Make him a pitching coach. He'll intimidate the offense to score runs for his pitchers.
Maybe. Yeah. Put a bit of a shock in him.
Put a little shock in him. Who was that hothead in Chicago? That big guy. What was his name? What was his goodness? I'm forgetting all these names now from the past. Another one of those intimidating figures out there. But yeah, they need something to get this offense going at home. Chris here on the Mariners here, laying the $1.56, $1.59 to your line shopping tonight, 9:40 Eastern Time. All right, Chris, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge for tonight's action. Of course, Chris enjoyed a great baseball year. Nearly 1,800 units of profit from Major League Baseball. Just got a notice here. Your Blue Jays and Orioles postponed, so they give us 11 games on the card for Major League Baseball. But, of course, Chris enjoyed great results this year. What do you have going over at Pick Dodge Premium?
Yeah, thankfully that one wasn't on my card tonight, but still plenty of action. Got my MLB pick-off play for $19 after cashing out with the Phillies yesterday. Also got that as part of my MLB triple play, and I've also got NHL on the board for long-term subscribers as well. So you can jump on a daily pass, but the best value is to hop on something long-term. You can pair me up with any of the other great handicappers at the website. It's part of our multi-capper promotion. But whatever you choose to do, use that promo code PICK at checkout for 15% off your purchase. Can't go wrong.
It's Carlos Zambrano. That was a highlight. They need a guy like that. Those big, intimidating figures to make sure this offense gets runs for his guys. Get on board with Chris. You see the great results in baseball. Use that promo code PICK at checkout, and you'll save that 15% off. All right, Chris, it's always great having you. Joe, thanks for the fill-in. Chris will be hosting for me on Friday. Have a great rest of the week. And, of course, we can catch you on the morning show and, of course, a lot of your free pick videos as well.
Yeah, we got a ton of pick content coming up. We're going to have them up very, very shortly. The wraparound was up this morning for tonight's NHL action, the home run prop videos as well. So tons of content for you guys to take in at Pick Dogs, like you saw at the bottom of the screen there. Just hit that notification bell. Make sure you're subscribed to get notified when we go live and when all the newest content drops here at Pick Dogs.
Absolutely. So get on board there with Chris. Like and subscribe. Where's that new WNBA franchise going to? Did I see Toronto?
Yeah, they're reporting that 2025 they're going to get one in Toronto. Won't be at the Scotiabank Arena. It's going to be at the Coca-Cola Coliseum where the Leafs minor league team plays. I think an 8,000 seat arena, but I think they'll do well up here. I mean, we've been clamoring for a WNBA team for a while now, so just another sports team to bring into Maple Leaf sports entertainment.
All right, we'll see how that rolls. All right, Chris, have a great week. Catch up with you later.
Sounds good, Tony. Take care.
Yeah, Chris Ruffolo here on the drive. Continue here on the show, guys. Now it's time for our chat pick of the day. I finally will get you the pick here in just a second. We're going to at the NBA game tonight here between the actually I got to do it here on the fly. That's one thing I forgot to do. Sometimes we get caught up in conversation before the show, and there's always something I forget to do. And that is, fortunately, it's a fast process here. So what we're going to do today is we're going to ask the chat, which again, another winner from the chat. Yes, you had the Phillies, although it was a bit of a sweat, but you got it home there because of the Phillies. The Phillies have been a monster road team this year. They got another road win today in the morning, so an afternoon game. But we're going to give you guys the T-Wolves and the Nuggets as a chat pick of the day. So we will get that one up here in just a second. I got to get to later game, 10:30 Eastern time, and we are going to. I'll tell you here over the airways what it's going to be. If you like the T-Wolves here, the T-Wolves are going to get 4 on the poll. So if you like the T-Wolves plus the 4, it's going to be letter A. If you like the Nuggets minus the 4, it's going to be letter B. And we're going to get the total here up in just a second. So Nuggets minus 4 is going to be, I should just put this on the screen so you guys can see it. All right. And it will be over the total of 206. 206 is the over for letter C. Under 206 for letter D. This is our chat pick of the day. The chat has been on absolute fire here on the show, guys. Past several weeks. We got it up right now here. So here we go. Nuggets minus 4 is B. T-Wolves plus 4 is A. Over is C. Under is D. Chat pick of the day. All right, let's continue here on the drive-through. Up next, let's welcome in also on the fill-in duty today, David Racey. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. We'll bring him in right now. David will be covering that Twins game tonight. David, what's happening?
Not much, Tony. Just watched my Tigers yesterday get that late win, hoping they can kind of get back in this AL Central race because the Twins, Guardians, and Royals have kind of left them in the dust here. So Detroit's trying to get back into it.
Yeah, we'll see how all this rolls out. Usually the team that dominates the division wins this division. Seems that way.
Yeah, for sure. And it's the Tigers need to get their bats going. The Tigers offensively have just been extremely inconsistent. They've had some really good pitching. But it's all good. It's good to see the Tigers at least in the conversation and not just where the White Sox are like they have been over the last couple of years.
Absolutely. All right, here we go tonight. Yankees at the Twins. We see the Yankees $1.14, total coming at 8.5.
Yeah, this is an interesting series, especially for me with my Tigers in the AL Central. I'm curious to see how the Twins stack up with New York. But Minnesota comes into this one. They're one of the hottest teams in the MLB right now. They're 24-16 on the year, but when you think about how poorly they started the season, they've been red hot recently. They've won 17 of their last 20 games. They're second in the AL Central, just one game behind Cleveland. 15th in team ERA, 11th in runs scored, but again, they started the season pretty poorly. Lately, like I said, they've been one of the hottest teams in baseball. They've scored 5 runs in 5 of their last 6 games, and I like them here at home today. They're going with Chris Paddock, who, if you look at his season numbers, you're instantly alarmed because he's had a rough go on the road, but his last 3 home starts, he's been fantastic. He's allowed a total of 1 earned run in his last 3 home outings, over 18.1 innings pitched. I know he's facing a really solid New York lineup here, but I think he can continue that success here at home. When you look at the numbers, the Yankees have had a little bit of success off of him. 2 guys hitting 333, 1 guy, Juan Soto, hitting 667 in limited at-bats. But you look at Minnesota's lineup against Carlos Rodon, and Rodon's been pretty good as well. He's allowed 2 earned runs or fewer in 3 of his last 4. But the Twins have had some success against him. And I think Minnesota, they're swinging a hot bat right now. I think they can get to Rodon and get the win here at home.
All right, David here on the Twins here at plus 104 in this one. Yeah, the Twins have had success hitting left-handed starters, winning 7 of 10 against them. And Rodon, difficulty getting that team to win behind him when they're at this price range, just 5-13.
Yeah, he's interesting because he's normally, he's been up and down in his career. But like you said, I mean, the team, and if you look at past seasons, I didn't go too far back, but I did go a couple seasons back. The team behind him has had some issues winning while he's on the mound. I mean, it's just kind of a circumstance thing. But he is a solid pitcher. He's pitched well. 2 starts ago, he allowed 6 earned against Baltimore. He was knocked around. That was in Baltimore, and that's a tough place to pitch. But I just think this Twins offense, like I said, they've had some success against him. When you look at the lineup for tonight, Correa's over 300. Margot 500. That's only 2 at bats. Carlos Santana though 13 of 34. Vasquez 4 of 13. So they've had some success. They're at home. Like I said, they're one of the hottest teams in baseball, and we're getting them at a decent price.
David Racey on the Twins, plus 104, 105 against the Yankees tonight, 7:40 Eastern time. All right, David, let's take a look over at Pick Dog for tonight's action. Of course, on the board tonight, we got NBA, 2 games on the board, 2 in the two in the NBA, NHL as well. About 11-game card remaining here from Major League Baseball. We got that rain out between the Blue Jays and Orioles. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, it's been a good few weeks for me over at Pick Dogs Premium. I've been rolling with 2-0 in the NBA yesterday. I have 7 plays in total today. I have 2 in the NBA, 2 in the NHL, and 3 in the MLB. I have them packaged up a couple different ways. My 5-pack has been pretty profitable over the last week or so. So head on over to Pick Dogs, check it out. The value there is with long term. I know Chris mentioned it, but like I said, I have 7 plays today. So going with a 3-day pass or a 7-day pass is going to be more profitable over the long run. So, or more valuable, I should say, per pick. But head on over to the site, check it out, and pair me up with one of these awesome cappers on the show today.
That's right, guys. Get over with David Racey over at Pick Dog Premium. Great results in the NBA, as you can see, over 2,000 units of profit. Long-term, the way to go. Remember that 1-month pass will take you to June 13th, near the end of the NBA Finals and the NHL Finals. All the baseball in there as well. Promo code PICK at checkout saves you that 15% off, right, David? As always, thanks for joining us here and coming in on the fill-in tonight. We'll catch up with you again next week, but we can find some of your written work over on the sites as well.
Yep, that's right. You can head over to Sports Chat Place or Pick Dogs, click on that free pick tab, click on whatever sports you're looking for, and you get a great write-up article with trends, stats, facts, and a free pick. So head on over to the sites, check it out. You can see my work and a few of the other article writers' articles.
That's right. Check them out over at Pick Dog Sports Chat. All right, Dave, have a great week. We'll catch up with you again next week.
All right, I appreciate it, Tony. Thank you.
As well. David Racey here on the Drive Thru. Let's continue here, guys, on the show. Let's take a look at the chat pick of the day. This chat pick has been awesome, man. You guys have been doing great work. Another winner yesterday with the Phillies. Tonight, it's the T-Wolves and the Nuggets. If you like the Timberwolves, +4, it's A. Nuggets is letter B. Over is C. Under is D. That's our chat pick of the day. And I can tell you right now that we have 5 right now on the B section on the Nuggets. 2 right now on the Minnesota Timberwolves. And we have just 1 on the over. That's our chat pick of the day. So keep these votes coming in, and we will do the toward the end of the show. We'll give you the results and see how the chat's doing. The chat, as I said, has been on a tear here, doing great work, winning with their chat pick of the day. Another winner yesterday. Let's continue here on the show. Let's go ahead and welcome in Tony Brown. We're heading out to Las Vegas, Nevada. You'll find Tony at Pick Dogs Premium. We'll bring him in right now. Coverage from Major League Baseball tonight. We'll get him here in just a second. I think we'll be ready to go. Tony Brown, how's it going?
Tony, how you doing out there?
Doing great. All right, here we go. Tonight, 9:45 Eastern, features the Dodgers and Giants rivalry. We saw the Dodgers get past them in extras yesterday. We see the Dodgers $1.81, total 8.5.
Yeah, this is a pretty simple pick for me. Like we said this at the beginning of the year with that lineup the Dodgers had, it was going to be trouble. And losses have come few and far between. They only 1 game behind Philly for the most wins in the MLB this season. And that's only because Philly's already played this morning. As soon as the Dodgers get in there, they could be looking to tie it. And even more impressive, they're looking to tie Philly for the most road wins. It hasn't just been at Dodger Stadium. They've been getting it done on the road, including game 1 in this series. So no need to lay that heavy juice. Murderer's row when you got Ohtani and Betts and Freeman 1, 2, 3 in the lineup. I think we get to this pitcher early and often and put up a lot of runs, and the Dodgers win by at least 2.
All right, Tony Brown likes the Dodgers run line in this spot, laying the run at half here. -105, -113. Do your line shopping, get the best numbers in this one. Of course, on the mound tonight will be Gavin Stone against Keaton Wynn. A pitcher that's had some struggles here in ERA, well over 5. Stone been kind of solid, but one thing that's been really solid this year, we've talked about this lineup. Of course, this lineup's kind of gone through a little bit of a cold spell, a little bit. They got some runs yesterday, a lot. That 10th inning for those run line bettors, sometimes you love it when they put that runner on second base because you can cover the run lines a little easier when you're the road team. And of course, one thing we've seen here has been this Dodger bullpen. Maybe because of the fact they haven't been overworked, we're still in May, but I think it's critical for this team the next 3 months how little how this bullpen performs, and just try not to overuse them too much.
Right, and I think this is when we work on it because, not being cocky or anything, but we all know this is the World Series or bust team. We all know the Dodgers are going to get 100-plus wins in the regular season, win the NL West. Like, these things are pretty much a given. Even if they don't, they're going to be one of the best teams in baseball. But what's been our Achilles heel, why we only have a couple championships in the last decade, is because when we get to the playoffs, our bullpen and pitching just seems to go awry. So I think we're working on it now, like you said, keeping the usage down with these guys and tweaking who's in our 5-6 rotation spot. We get all that done in the regular season, and we'll cruise through the playoffs.
They're going to cruise in the playoffs here with Tony Brown. Dodgers run line here, laying the run half -105. Of course, the Aces looking to defend back-to-back championships, Tony Brown. And how's the city feel behind this team? Now, WNB is getting a little bit of pub now.
Yeah, I told you last year I went to my first game. It was a playoff game. Asia Wilson had like a 20-something point double-double. I give those girls their props. To be a champion at anything, even if it's playing checkers or chess, just to become the champion at it, you're at the top level of your game, and they're back-to-back champions looking for a third. So I look forward to those girls having another great season out here. Of course, everyone wants to see the Caitlin Clark phenomenon, how that's going to work out. So the only things are looking better for the WNBA.
Yep, and they had to move arenas, right, for Caitlin? The big arena now.
Say it one more time.
They're going to play. They moved arenas for the Caitlin Clark when she comes into Vegas, right?
I think they're going to go to T-Mobile because it's a little bit bigger than the Michelob Arena.
There you go. So you can see what's going on there now with WNBA. Open it up tonight with 4 games. And, of course, the big question, can they three-peat?
I think so. Like I said, I'm not the biggest fan, but judging from what I saw, I always said it was a 2-team league last year. It's always about the Aces and the Connecticut team or whatnot. So I think with the players that we got, Asia Wilson is a standalone. To me, she's an MVP. Caitlin Clark reminds me of the Steph Curry. She's going to put up 1,000,000 shots or whatnot. And, but that's more gimmicky than anything. She needs some players around her. I think the Aces have the most complete team.
Yeah, last year it was at New York Liberty that put together a so-called quote-unquote WNBA dream team. Fell short there in the finals. It did help them in that money game, right, when they play for the money in Vegas. They do that every year in the WNBA. And, of course, the Aces tonight, Tony Brown against the Mercury, a 16.5-point home favorite.
Right, and that used to be my favorite team back in the day because I had a little crush on Diana Taurasi, so I was like a low-key Mercury fan back in the day. But now, for sure, it's all Aces.
All Aces. All right, Tony Brown. Dodgers run line. They're running half, minus 105. 10 here against the Giants. All right, Tony Brown. Let's take a look over at Pick Dog for tonight's action. NBA on the board with a couple. We got a few on the ice as well. And, of course, a good 11-game card for Major League Baseball. Remember that Orioles-Blue Jays was a rainout tonight. Tony Brown enjoying a great baseball year, 711 units of profit. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, we already hit our early riser this morning. It was a 10 a.m. West Coast start for that Phillies game. And I got one more pick on the board in the MLB. It's actually a better pick than that one. It's my MLB laser lock. It was the biggest bet we had in pro baseball today. You can get that one for only $19. Help you put some money in your pocket. And then I got my 3-way 3-play with the playoff games. I got both I'm getting ahead of myself. I got both NBA playoff games tonight, and I added my NHL perfect pick with that. So you get all 3 of my playoff picks for only $35 as well.
That's right, guys. Get up over with Tony Brown over at Pick Dogs Premium. See the great results in baseball. Long-term passes serve you well. Remember, the one-day passes are credit guarantee. They must turn a profit, and the amount you purchase is credited back to your account for side credits. That is credit guarantee. And the promo code PICK at checkout will save you that 15% off. Right, Tony Brown, as always, great having you show. Keep up the great work. Stay warm there in Vegas. Enjoy the pool weather, and we'll catch up with you again in a couple days.
All right, man. Always appreciate being here, and I'll see you guys in a few.
You got it. Tony Brown here on the drive-thru. Let's continue here on the show, guys. It is now time to keep up on that chat pick of the day. Give an update on it. Tonight it is the T-Wolves and the Nuggets. If you like the T-Wolves, it's +4. It's letter A. Nuggets -4, letter B. Over 206C, under 206D. It is our chat pick of the day. Right now we have 7 on the Nuggets. We have 3 on the T-Wolves, 1 on the over. Of course, with shades in green is the one I like. So keep these picks coming in. Chat pick of the day. All right, let's continue here on the drive-thru. Up next is Wayne Scott, who's going to have to change his pick because his game just got rained out. We'll catch him over at Pick Dodge Pimp, so bring Wayne in right now. We'll be ready to roll here with a change of pick here, so he'll have to go to his plan B. Wayne, what's happening?
What's going on, Tony T? I'm already ready for it. I thought I seen it wiped off the board. Yeah, we're going to go to this Pirates-Brewers game where I like the dog in that one, man. I like the Pirates, actually. I know Brewers are rolling. They have been playing the better baseball. But I think a lot of people are going to come in and hit this game trying to fade Priester, not knowing that Priester has actually been pitching good. The bats just have not been backing him. But as of recent, the Pirates have been a little bit more stingy on the bat. We seen the bats get live yesterday. I think we see a little momentum with the bat from the Pirates. On the other side of that, Ross is one of the guys I absolutely do not back when he's on the mound for the Brewers, especially as this big of a favorite. So pitching matchup definitely leans to the Pirates. Where the Brewers have the advantage is the batting. But as of yesterday, I like what I've seen out of the Pirates bats. I think they can get active with Ross on the mound, and we're getting a good price with them. Another thing I want to point out is for some reason, Brewers haven't been as consistent at home. They actually been a lot better on the road, and the same thing with the Pirates. Pirates been actually decent, playing good 500 ball at on the road. So I'm going to ride with the dog here in this spot and take the Pirates.
All right, Wayne going to take the Pirates. My friend, Mr. Priester. The Priester, you better say a few Hail Marys about this offense, brother, because this offense can look pretty brutal.
No, definitely can. And as you mentioned, Priester, he's up and down, but I've actually liked what I've seen from him early in the season. No wins, but it's like I pointed out, it's mainly because of the bats and as you mentioned, the Pirates just been brutal with the bats. Probably about the last 15 games, but as of recently, I like the little turnaround. We know they can get it going. They went on a strong run at the beginning of the season, so we know the bats can be there. Against a guy like Ross, though, that's what I'm banking on. A guy that terrible, I think. Off of what I seen yesterday, the fight back that they had, the bats, they were playing more like the beginning of the season Pirates when it comes to batting. So. With Ross on the mound, I'm gonna trust the Pirates here in this spot.
All right, we got Wayne the Trust on the good price there with the Pirates, plus 142 here tonight, 7:40 Eastern time. All right, Wayne, let's take a look over at Pick Dog for tonight's action. Of course, on the board tonight, we've got 11 from the board for Major League Baseball. You can see Wayne has been on a tear in Major League Baseball this year. Nearly 3,100 units of profit in baseball, all documented over at Pick Dog. You can verify that. Just go to Wayne's handicapper page. You can see all the plays up there. They're documented 100%. All right, we've got also the couple in the NBA, a few on the ice as well. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
I have 3 plays in the MLB. Didn't love this NBA card. I just be watching it today from a fan perspective. Couldn't find too big of an edge. Throw something. I might live game it, but nothing at the current time. Just sticking with baseball, man. As Tony mentioned, these last 2 weeks, I had one day that hadn't been profitable, been variable on the board, great in MLB, and look to continue to win myself and you guys some money. So you can grab my 3-pack that I have out there where all 3 of my plays are. If you don't want my 3-pack, just grab my best bet. Appreciate the people that's been jumping on long term. Continue to cash for us. And pair me up with these top guys. I'm not the only one hot. Tony T's hot in baseball. Ryan, Rye, all these guys been very hot. So you can pair me up with them, and we'll continue to get you guys some cash.
That's right, guys. Get on board with Wayne Scott over at Pick Dogs Premium. Take a look at these numbers that Wayne has been put up. They've been very impressive here in baseball, as you can see here. There are nearly 3,100 units of profit, all documented over at Pick Dogs Premium, so no better time than now to get on board with Wayne. And of course, that promo code PICK at checkout will save him that 15% off. And of course, multi-cap promotions also available there on the site as well. All right, Wayne, as always, great having you show. Keep up the great work, and we'll catch up with you again on the show tomorrow.
Yep, I'll be on the show tomorrow, and huge boxing card this week. I'll actually have a premium, so I'm gonna try to look for another angle to give out another bet for it, so I can give you guys some free content on there. But that Fury Usyk fight is this weekend. It's a big heavyweight fight. It'll be one of the only times that somebody will have all 4 belts, and the second time someone will have all 4 belts in the heavyweight division since they moved it from 3 belts to 4 belts. So very intriguing fight between Usyk and Fury. And I'll be looking to win some money on that. So hop aboard this weekend when you see me post it.
That's right, guys. Check it out. When I posted it here, like, subscribe, set notification when Wayne drops his video post here with the boxing. All right, Wayne, have a great night. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you as always hosting and having me, Tony T. And good luck with all your bets, Pick Dog family. See y'all tomorrow.
You as well. Wayne Scott here on the drive-thru. Let's continue here on the show, guys. Keep an eye on that chat pick of the day. We have the T-Wolves and Nuggets. T-Wolves +4 is A, Nuggets -4 B, over 206 C, under 206 D. That's our chat pick of the day. Right now, we have 11 on the Nuggets, 3 on the Minnesota Timberwolves, 1 to the over. We got another one coming here on the Nuggets. Are starting to pull away here, now up to 12 on the Nuggets. We do get another one here from Minnesota. So keep these picks coming in. It is our chat pick of the day. Another one from Minnesota. So we're down now 12-5 now. Is the running vote total. All right, let's continue here. Oh, just got another one in here for the T-Wolves. So T-Wolves, I'm sorry, for the Nuggets. Another one for the Nuggets. So now the Nuggets getting up to 14-5. 14-5 is the current tab. Actually, that is the T-Wolves that came in, not the Nuggets. Let me fix that up there. 13-6 is the current count. All right, let's continue on here. Up next, Zawacky. I'll catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. We'll bring Ron in right now. I think we'll be ready to roll here. NHL coverage tonight. as we're getting deep now into round 2 of the playoffs. And, the Edmonton Oilers are in a game it's not a must win because we've seen teams come back from 3-1, but they'd really like to have this one. Rod, what's happening?
Not too much, just getting ready for tonight's action. I didn't have anything going on early in the Phillies game today in MLB, but definitely got enough tonight to tackle the books and crush it. See, Game 6 coming. Told you Carolina was going to not go quietly into the night, and they didn't. Got themselves a nice win in MSG, making the New York fans sweat a little bit.
A little bit of sweat for those New York fans, no doubt about that. All right, here we go. Speaking of sweating, this is a sweat game for the Oilers here. Down in this series, they're going to host Canucks. Oilers $1.93, total 6.5.
Yeah, big sweat game after we seen the shenanigans happen at the end of last game. You're going to get a suspension. Seuss is going to get a suspension for the Canucks for the cross-check to the face. And just a little $5,000 fine for Zidanov for the cross-check to the back. So it kind of evens it all out. It is what it is. And this series has been scrappy right from the get-go. These teams haven't liked each other. Hard hitting, hit. That's all it's been. And that's what we've seen. The problem is with this series has been the inconsistency of the refs calling penalties. Let's hope tonight they can get it right. Just let these guys play and have a good Game 4. Who's getting the start? Well, it's going to be Arturs Shivos going back for the Canucks. And he's got 3 wins. Congratulations. But he's not been the greatest goalie. Get some more shots on this guy. And eventually I think he breaks. He's got an .881 save percentage. He's tons of shots. He made 42 saves on 45 shots that the Oilers had last time, but 4 of those were posts. So it's not like the Oilers haven't been but he stood up in those situations. Oilers are going to switch it up. They're going to go with Picard in goal, give Skinner a rest and see what happens. They sat him last game, and Picard came in. He only had to make 3 saves in that third period, so it goes to show how much pressure the Oilers have been putting on Ben. It happens again here. What we've seen all season long from Picard, solid goaltending. 12, 7-1 as a backup, sub 3 goals against, .909 save percentage. Can't ask for much more than that from your backup goaltender. And I think he steps up. When Picard's in net for these Oilers, they seem to play it better defensively in front of him as well. So for me, I like the Oilers here. I am a homer. I like the Oilers on a puck line. I think 4 of those posts definitely going to get the job done. So give me the Oilers on the puck line in this one. I think it's a 5-2, 5-3 type game. The Oilers get us a nice puck line win. Might need an empty netter to get the job done, but either way, we get the job done with a nice puck line winner and a nice plus money. I think the over as well, as I said in the video. Goals still come early and often in this one, as both goalies, like I said, do give up the goals.
Over here in this series, no doubt about that. And, we saw Edmonton having struggles with that offense. Do you think when the Kings went to that slow-down style that maybe Vancouver might have picked up something from that?
That's what the Canucks have always done, though. You even look at the Nashville series. The Canucks got outshot in a couple of those games. Just what they do is they make you shoot the puck from outside the perimeter. They don't mind you shooting the puck from the outside. They don't let you get those shots in close. They try to push everything to the outside, so it may be 45 shots, but how many of those were high-scoring chance shots for the Oilers? Not as many as you would think in the slot area, deep slot area. It's what the Canucks do. They when you give them that opportunity, like you turn the puck over, like the Oilers did on that third goal in that last game, they pounce. They're one of those teams that you make a mistake, Vancouver will make you pay. And they've done it, and that's why they're up 2-1 in the series. I think the Oilers come out with a solid effort. I like to see what they're doing. They're also changing their lines back up. No more of this try to put everybody on one line and make those guys go for 35 minutes like they have been. Split them up like you've done all season long. Run time, solid. Give everybody a shot and play better hockey, which is what I think we get tonight. Back up against the wall, the Oilers come to play.
Right, so the Oilers will come to play here, indeed, in this game here when they got to have it. It's not a must-win, but they want to have it. Any thoughts here in this Bruins-Panthers matchup here? We know Bruins dealing with some issues there health-wise, but the Panthers looking here for that closeout. Big favorites here in this one.
Let me just double check. I hadn't seen. Oh yeah, Swayman is confirmed now for the Bruins in. And I know in the video I took look at the value. It's plus 180. This Bruins team and the Bruins team on the road as a dog have been solid money makers. You know what? I think the Bruins force game 6. I don't think they go quietly into the night either. They split the series in game 1 and 2 back in Florida. And you know what? I think Boston, who had the 2-0 lead in game 4, just let it slip away from them. And I don't think they let that slip away. We know what Swayman can do. He can stand on his head and duel Bobrovsky. Kind of lean to an under, but I like the Bruins at that plus price. How could I not? The plus 1.5. You want to go with that? Throw that in your parlay. I think this is a 1-goal game all day, but I like the Bruins in the value at the plus 180 price.
Bruins in the value. You know what it's time for, right? Rod's look at the WNBA.
You betcha.
Rod's ready. You know he was ready for WNBA as he was chomping at the bit this season. WNBA. So big lines tonight, high totals as well. We get it started here with the Liberty and Mystics. Looks like Liberty going to be laying 11.5 on the road, a total 164.5.
Yeah, and you look at this one. It's the New York Liberty, and their preseason didn't look so good. They went 1-1, but they didn't really play a whole lot of players. They gave them some minutes, but they didn't really give it their A effort. And what I'm seeing in this one here is this opened up at a lot higher number than this. It opened at 12 and 12.5. So I see it now it's dropping down to 11.5. I can even find 10.5s on the board. So definitely shop this number. And you know what? I like this New York team to come out and make a statement. Everybody thinks they're going to fall flat. They drove and they tried. And as Tony alluded to earlier, that midseason money game, the Liberty were money. They beat the Aces and took the cash. But then when it came down to it, the big championship, I think the championship, when it came down to it, the Liberty were tired. They had a tougher battle in their semis going forward in that one. And we found that the Aces had that little bit extra rest. And it always just seemed that the Aces had that little bit extra rest in the finals. But I think this Liberty, people are forgetting that they did make the finals last season. And I see so much of Sharps who are going to get taken to the woodshed with this Mystics team. I see Sharps all over this Mystics team, and I don't get it. Mystics team is the second lowest win total in the WNBA this season for a reason. They're not going to win games. And you think they're going to come and give the team that went to the finals a run? No chance. Give me the Liberty. Lay the points. Big win for the Liberty as they step up in this one. Say, hey, we made it there last season. Don't be betting on the Mystics. Give me the Liberty. Lay the points in this one.
Give Rob Liberty in this one. All right. Fever and
Liberty.
the Sun. We see the Sun laying 8 here, total 166.
Yeah, this line just keeps going up and up and up, and it's funny because you figure that you've been seeing some money come in on the Fever with Caitlin Clark going. Well, yes, Caitlin Clark is going for the Fever, but take her total under. That's been the biggest bet on the board that I've seen today in the WNBA has been her point total. Everybody thinks she's going to come out in that first game and just start firing at will and scoring all over and hit 30. No, the top WNBA player last season averaged 23, 24 points a game. Her total's all the way up at 21.5. Take that under. Take her over threes because she's going to shoot some threes. And it's a 3.5. I think she easily shoots 4 or 5 and gets those 4 or 5. But don't count out the Suns team. People got to forget that this Suns team was without Brianna Jones last season. And she was a huge piece. Guess what? She's back. And she's going to be a huge addition to Alyssa Thomas. Plus, you're going to have DeWanna Bonner shooting threes as well. This Suns team has a 3-headed monster that is really good on that front court and going to give it to the Fever tonight. I would lay that -8 with the Suns. They are that much the better team. You remember, they made the semis last year against the Aces, I believe, and pushed them. This Suns team is good and for real, and the reason why it keeps moving up. They win by 10+ here.
Big play there from Rod here. Lynx and Storm head-to-head here. Storm 7.5, total 165.
And for me in this one, you know what? This Lynx team, they will be improved from last season, but it's going to take them a few games to get things rolling. They picked up a couple players from the Mercury, so we will see improvement from the Lynx. But this Storm team is for real, and they've, as we've seen in the preseason, that first game they just fell short, but the second one at home, man, they ran them out of the gym, and that one won by 30 plus. I think the Lynx are in trouble tonight. Lay at the 7.5. The Storm at home, kick off the season. Tough place to play in Seattle, and Seattle wins by double digits in that one. Take the Storm over the Lynx.
Storm says Rod here to close out the night. The biggest line here on the board. Look at this money line. Mercury at the Aces. We've got the Aces here, 16.5. The total 169.5. I think Greiner's injured. I think there's some injuries there on Mercury. How do you see this one?
With good reason why this Mercury team is the pick to be dead last in the WNBA this season. And as you said, yeah, Greiner's injured for this game as well, so she's not in there. And that's your biggest person who can actually maybe pull down a rebound. Otherwise, this Mercury team is small. So Asia Wilson over 9.5 rebounds, easy. I think she gets 15 plus. So take that with the Aces. And guess what? As much as it says fade the Aces behind Tony, this is the one team that I can't do it. You got to take the Aces head-to-head against the Mercury last season. They played 4 meetings. In 3 of those meetings last season, the Aces won by 20 plus over the Mercury. This Mercury team is going to have a real tough season as the team with the lowest win total this season in the WNBA is this Mercury. They lost some players heading to the Lynx. They're going to have a tough season. And it starts here against the defending champs. Beat them up. Aces win by 20 plus in this one.
All right, Rod looks for a big win here by the Aces. Rod, any thoughts moving into the season? The team, you think the Aces in for a three-peat?
For me, I think the Suns. I'm excited to see the Suns team with Brianna Jones back. We've got three players with Lisa Thompson. You got to remember, Lisa Thompson was third in MVP voting last season as well. So we know the Aces are a good team, and they're going to be right there and wanting to go for the three-peat. But I think they get upset. As I said, I really like the fade of the Aces, just not in this first game of the year. I can't do it the first one. But there'll be plenty of spots, as I said earlier, that we'll be able to fade the Aces.
Yeah, right. Looking for spots late in the season when everything's clinched. They put up lines like it's meaningful, right?
Right. They put up these lines that are even bigger than this time. We've seen minus 18.5 on the Aces, and we're like, what? They're not even going to play everybody. What's going on here?
There you go. Caitlin, how do you see her in the league here? Also, the newer folks, the players from college coming in. The big wave here.
It's great, right? Because it's going to it's brought more look for people watching the WNBA. So Caitlin Clark climbing to the WNBA is massive for this sport. I think this sport, as we said earlier, they get flights now. No more having to take the bus. Chartered flights back and forth to games. Definitely, we're seeing this WNBA on the rise, and it's glad to know that we're already ahead of the rise of players coming in.
A couple of big markets coming in
to see add to the pieces.
Yeah, a couple of big markets. San Francisco. San Francisco's getting an expansion team, and a team out in Toronto. Yeah, Canada's team.
Toronto's even going to get a WNBA team. Yeah, it's been approved that Toronto's going to get themselves a WNBA team as well. So expansion coming for the WNBA. More teams in the future to study. Some more summer league to watch. I'm excited. I like the WNBA. I've liked it for many years, and definitely continue.
Let's hope there's enough talent. Let's hope there's enough talent. Doesn't water it down too much.
I think we will get more talent because of the Caitlin Clarks. We're going to get more female basketball players who will have the interest in playing this sport, and that's great to see. It's just like hockey. See, we tried to do it back in the 90s with Manon Rhéaume in hockey. Getting more women hockey going along, and now it's nice to see the professional women's hockey league coming along as well. So definitely nice to see some.
And there are a lot of reports out there, a lot of good women college basketball players who can't even get in the league because it's the veterans still hang in. It's hard to get in
because the veterans can drop for a while. Yeah, like some of these veterans, they're looking at 36, 37-year-old veterans that are like, hey, we're still battling. You're not taking my spot.
There's a few that were really good that were touted to get in the league or drafted. They're on the outside looking in. I saw some reports there where some of the women can't get in the league because there's just not enough roster spots. So maybe there is a need here to expand it here now to 2 more teams. All right, that was your rundown here from Rod in the WNB opening night. And, of course, Rod is on the Oilers puck line in a critical Game 4 here against Vancouver. All right, Rod, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs for tonight's action. Action on the board tonight for Major League Baseball. Looks like 11-game card after that ring out with the Orioles. We also have a couple on the ice. A couple as well from NBA. 4 from WNBA. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Over at Pick Dogs Premium, I got 5 plays going today. I've got play on the NBA drop a dime play. Looking for back-to-back winners with my NBA drop a dime play. 21-13 over the last 30 days in the NBA. You can scoop that up singly, or it's included in my Tackle the Book Tuesday 5-pack. Looking for our 3rd straight winning day, 3-1 day on Monday. I'm going to continue it here, where it includes 3 plays in the MLB, plus that NBA drop a dime play, plus my NHL sniper play. So join me as we tackle the books this Tuesday, or as everybody said before me, the best deal going is that 2-for-1 capper deal. Pair me up with Wayne, as you can see, up over 3,000 units in the MLB. Pair me up with Wayne, pair me up with any of the cappers you see on the show today, and let's continue to put money into your pockets. It's always better to have 2 cappers that put money in your pockets, because there's definitely lots of hot cappers over at Big Dogs Premium. Don't forget that promo code PICK at checkout as well.
Save that 15% pick at checkout. Get on board with Rod. Long-term pass is the way to go, and keep an eye with that multi-capper promotion. All right, Rod, as always, great having you on the show. Keep up the work. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow. But also, we can catch your video series here at Pick Dogs. Very important here with the NHL playoffs. Your NHL A to Z coverage to pick from every game on the board, and a parlay when available.
Yeah, definitely parlay when available. Definitely like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell. That way you get notified when all those hockey videos drop. We've been on fire with the hockey videos, so definitely check out the ones that are archived today. Only 1 game tomorrow, but it's a closeout game. Almost all elimination games except for this Oilers game, which could be 2-2, and it will be 2-2.
There you go.
As I said, 2-2. But all the other ones have been are ready, and they're ready for closeout games. So 3-2 in the one series, 3-1 tonight, 3-1 in the other. Dallas dominating Colorado, 2-2 after the end of tonight.
2-2 says Rod Zawacky. All right, have a great night. Enjoy the games. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
You as well, Tony. Good luck, Pick Dogs fan, with our bets. Crush it. Get that cash. Put it in your pocket. Have yourself a good one. Catch you guys tomorrow, everybody.
All right, catch you tomorrow. Rod Zawacky here on the drive. We'll continue here on the show. Keep it on the chat. They give you a scoreboard update. The Nationals have now taken a 6-3 lead on the White Sox, top of the 8th inning. Sacrifice fly, drove in a runner here. Still batting top of the 8th. 6-3 the Nats ahead of the White Sox in Game 1 of that doubleheader. All right, let's continue here on the drive-through as we will continue on here. We told you this 2-0 win here by the Phillies. That was the other game in progress. We've just started right now. Miami and the Detroit Tigers has just started right now. All right, let's continue here. Chat pick of the day, guys. If you like the T-Wolves, it's letter A. If you like the Nuggets, it's letter B. Over 206 is C. Under 206 is D. That's our chat pick of the day. And right now it is all Nuggets. 17 on the Nuggets, 6 on the T-Wolves. The one in green is the one that I like, so keep these picks coming in. We got another Nuggets in here now, up to 18 on the Nuggets. So a lot of Nuggets support here tonight on with the chat. Pick of the day chat has been on a tear. All right, let's continue here on the drive-thru. Let's get to my pick, and then we'll close it out. And last call for the chat pick of the day. And if you already put in your chat pick of the day, then put in your show pick, and then we'll read it off at the end of the show. All right, let's continue here on the drive-thru. This will be my game, Pacers and Knicks. We will be in this one here. On the Knicks here, laying the 1 here against the Indiana Pacers. So let's just go ahead and let's sift through this injury report to see if we have any updates on it as we're approaching game time. We're still an hour away from game time, hour and a half or so. Actually, an hour from game time. We know Anunoby's out. Brown is out. Washington out for the Knicks. Halliburton is the one in question here. So let's see if there's any update. He's considered questionable, but he's been put up despite his being banged up. And, he's got back spasm, he's got a contusion, he's got an ankle sprain. There's 3 injuries that he's dealing with. He's playing through it, and put up some pretty good numbers with despite the injury. So still questionable status there on Halliburton. But again, I'm going to take the Knicks just really on the weakness of this Pacers team. You take a look here at the Pacers on the road in their past 3 road playoff games. Their past 3 road playoff games, they were giving up 132 points per 100 possessions, a minus 14 net rating. We know the Knicks have won 4 of 5 at home. Indiana on the road this season, giving up 50% shooting. The Knicks have a pretty good spread record against these bad defensive teams. And again, at home, we'll take this one here. The Knicks laying the 1. All right, guys, check out Pick Dogs from tonight. I got a 3-pack here for Major League Baseball, as well as a single with an NBA best bet. Of course, you can get on board with my long-term pass, 3, 7, or 30 sports pass. Get all my premium plays for that time. You select when you go to my handicapper page, make that purchase. Remember the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. Also, we have up there as well multi-capper options as well. All right, let's continue on here on the drive through here, and we will get to the next one for you here. We'll get to let's get to the recap. Let's recap the plays from today's show. All right, we had Chris on the Mariners minus 156, David Racey Twins plus 104, Tony Brown on the Dodgers run line laid the run half at minus 105. Wayne on the Pirates plus 142. Ron was on the Oilers puck line, laid the goal and a half plus 120. We'll be on the Knicks here at minus the 1. One I like the most, let's go with the Twins here at plus the 104. All right, guys, let's go ahead and let's get those. We're going to close out the chat pick of the day. It is already a final here. It is a blowout here. Chat pick of the day will be the Denver Nuggets laying the 4. Denver Nuggets minus the 4. The chat has been on fire here the last several weeks. They've been doing outstanding work here. 18 on the Nuggets, 6 on the Timberwolves, 1 to the over. Only 1 total today in the show, so that's all we've got. All right, guys, so now it's time to get your show picks, and we'll read them off here in just a bit. I'll let you know that'll do it for this edition of the Drive-Thru. We will be back again tomorrow live at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring in our cappers from Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. We'll get out our plays for you here in real time. Remember to always get started with the live show during the week, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time with Mitch, with Jay, with Chris. Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes. His main tools show is roundtable discussion with professionals. Jay goes with his NBA jam session. Chris around the league with the NHL. His video picks as well. Rod Zawacky A to Z coverage from the NHL. Pick from every game from the NBA NHL playoffs right now in the postseason, as well as Wayne and his boxing video series. Big Guy McMorty with his all access. Costy sharp trading plays. Brian Biller has a video series up here with contrarian angles. Of course, we got Brad Francis with his Nerfies, Your Fees, Parlay Shorts. Javon with his Parlay Shorts. Ron Romanelli, Baseball Breakdown, and many, many more, guys. So be sure to like and subscribe, set notifications, be notified when these videos drop. Get them right away. All right, let's get to the show picks from the folks in the chat. Today's show picks comes here from Alexander Lamberts likes Braves and Cubs under 8. Like that one as well. Blake on the Reds money line, first 5 innings. Yeah, don't trust that bullpen. The bullpen really let him down last night with Arizona's walk-off. Let's see what we have tonight here from the chat today. Blake likes the under 6.5 in the Canucks game. John Stewart, Marlins plus the run and a half. Astros under 10 plus 161 on that parlay there from John Stewart. Let's see if we've got any more here for you guys. April Montgomery with the Twins. For the Doggies and Guitars, Mariners. Sean Murray with the Angels here. James Thrower likes the Birdcage here. Twins, Cardinals, and D-backs. Delivery dude here, Nick's still cursed. Let's be real. Yeah, a lot of folks don't like that Knicks pick. I can feel that. See that here in the chat. The Knicks playing 5-man basketball. Well, they can. Maybe that's all you need are 5 guys that can score. DeJort Edwards here. They're facing a team that can't defend. That's the key here. The Pacers' defense has been horrible on the road. DeJort Edwards here. That upgrades some of the reserves too when you face teams that aren't defending. DeJort Edwards, Padres here, 1.5 there. Looks like a run line there. Let's see what we got here. Any more? This will be your last call here on the chat pick of the day. Let's see here. Any more? So I'm going to do one more refresh, and that will do it. Chopsticks likes Nuggets. Lay the 6.5 there. Over in the Knicks game. Likes that for delivery dude. We got them all in. All right, that's going to do it, guys. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back again tomorrow here on the show. And make sure you guys like, subscribe, set those notifications. Be live with us. Get the games in real time. All right, let's go ahead and bring in our crew for tonight. Anyway, goodbye, guys. You guys have a great afternoon, evening, and we'll catch up with you again here